Hello and welcome to another Kyle Connor YouTube channel video. We are going on a 1,700-mile road trip in my new truck and trailer combination. If you haven't taken a look at the previous videos, I just took delivery about 3 days ago of this 2024 Ford F-350 Super Duty with the high output 6.7 liter diesel, 500 horsepower, 1,200 pound-feet of torque. It's ready to rip. I just got it out of break-in period. It has, well, another 40 miles or so will be out of break-in period, but we basically are at 940 miles on the odometer. And then this morning, if you watched our previous video, I just took delivery of this 36-foot rock-solid cargo car hauler. It's basically a 2-car hauler, triple 7,000-pound axles, bumper pull. The reason for the bumper pull is so I could tow this with my Rivian or a Lightning or a Silverado or Sierra EV if we ever end up getting a gooseneck for this thing, which this has a gooseneck hitch kit. And I've spec'd it so we are right 1 pound under the maximum legal limit. I'll tell you a little bit about the setup, and then we've got to go all the way from here in Douglas, Georgia, where a bunch of cargo trailers are manufactured, all the way home to the hub in Fort Collins, Colorado. So join me and Alyssa for a huge road trip. Well guys, the new truck has just been absolutely flawless. I love this thing. F-350 with every option. We got to black out some of the chrome, but man, it's so nice in here. What do you think of the truck?
It's beautiful.
Sick. It's got the massaging seats, the big boy sound system. Yeah.
Much needed.
Yeah, much needed for sure. We've been towing a lot electric, and electric trucks can tow this trailer, and they actually tow great. They just take a little bit longer.
Yeah, we're doing a lot of long distance towing and not a great track record with distance.
Yeah, so the diesel will really help with the long distance towing. I'm guessing, because this is a short box, we actually have the small fuel tank in this. We may end up upgrading to a bigger fuel tank at some point. I'm thinking 300 miles of range with the truck and trailer. We'll find out. But the nice thing is 3-4 minutes of diesel, we're back on the road. We don't have to sit there and charge. Now look, I love towing electric. I always will. We're going to continue to do that. I'm not getting rid of my other trailer. I'm not getting rid of the Rivians or anything like that. But the Rivian, any electric truck can't tow what this trailer weighs. And this is a big boy trailer. So they could tow it empty. The Rivians can tow 1 car in here. But if we want to move 2 vehicles long distance, that's why I got this set up. It's something we do a ton in preparation for videos and a ton more coming up. So we've got the 36-foot blacked out car hauler. Check out the previous video for the full tour. We watched them finishing their manufacturing process. It literally finished production 3 hours ago. We went and got lunch over here at Ruby Tuesday, and we are ready to roll to the next station. We're not even charging anymore. You know, the things that I say, they're so, I'm so accustomed to driving electric. So this is not my final hitch setup. Because I flew in to grab the truck, I couldn't fly with any of my weight distribution hitches or anything. And the trailer's empty, so we're totally fine here. But I do have a WaySafe weight distribution hitch that we're going to be putting on here, which will be great. We can also use that, especially important for the electric trucks that don't have as high of a GVWR as our 6.7 liter diesel does over here. This is an F-350, so it can tow 20-something thousand pounds gooseneck, I would think. I actually don't know what the maximum is, but we're nowhere near it. So the truck's got to have some modifications. The trailer's pretty much good to go, and I am so excited for this road trip. So let's jump in. I'll tell you a little bit about where we're going, and then we'll hit the road. Well, it's time to hit the road. So let's go to 11 Northwest Frontage Road, heading to the hub. And we are way the heck in the southeast of Georgia, and we've got to go to the north central side of Colorado. I think we should go for the extra 30 to 45 minutes the southern route. Alyssa, what do you think?
Yeah, then we skip all the kind of big cities.
Yeah, you skip big cities, and also just an easier towing route, I think. So we're gonna go the southern route, and it's worth a little bit extra time. So it's 1,728 miles. The truck has 941 miles on it, so we're almost at a break-in period.
Wow.
Got to give it a good wide open hit as soon as we hit 1,000 miles. I have not floored this truck yet.
No.
It's taken a lot of restraint to not rip on it.
Yeah.
Because it feels fast. 1,200 pound-feet of torque is no joke. So we've got a couple cool things that we'll set up. First of all, we've got a bunch of cameras that we can view and look at around here, which is nice. Side view is pretty cool. You can have this come on when you hit the turn signal as well, which, you know, may be good, may not be good. I don't know. I don't know what this does. Oh, this would be
Your extra cameras.
yeah, the cameras that would go on the trailer. So we got to order all that stuff so we can play around with it. So then there's also a split screen view that we could pull up. By the way, without a trailer, we got 21 miles to the gallon actually. So I'm going to reset trip 1 before we leave. Trip 2 will keep us the overall. But you can also do something cool here, Alyssa. You can pull up the bed cam so you can keep an eye on your trailer back there. Or if you've got stuff flying around.
That is a potato camera.
Yeah, pretty bad camera quality. But at least it's got something.
Yeah.
All right, so we've, we're not hooking the trailer up with all the Ford stuff yet. That'll be in a future video. But we do have 1,700 miles to go. We've got 1 oil change under our belt on the truck. I did it before I took delivery. Normally I'd like to do one right after break-in period. However, we just have no time, so we'll have to change the oil when we get back to Colorado. I think that's reasonable. Mm-hmm. And then we're good to roll. We're at just under half a tank. A couple bugs here, Alyssa, actually. Take a look at this. This is a known issue. If you come over here, you can see I want to pull up my general measurements and diesel measurements. It worked earlier, but they're all blank. And this is a known software bug I've been reading about on the forums because I'm now a Super Duty guy.
Yeah, in the forums.
Yeah, in the forums. On the Facebook groups, actually.
Facebook groups, not even Reddit. You're going really old man style.
Yeah, but this happens where all your measurements just get bricked in tow mode, which is when you want your measurements.
Ooh, yeah.
So that's not good.
No?
So I guess we'll just reset trip 1. Trip 1, hold the reset, 916 miles to get here. That was basically the break-in period without towing. 941 miles for the rest of its life. She'll be towing.
Woo!
This is nice. And we've got the trailer brakes. Let's just make sure we're all hooked up. Yeah, probably need a little bit more gain than that. Let's go up to 5. Yeah, there we go. She's pulling a little bit. Still brakes. We tried to burnish them in best we could, but there's still more work to do. So this is a long boy. Look out the side over here. Pointed on back that way. If you can see it down the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is no joke. So I want to get comfortable with this. I have towed a trailer this big before.
When?
Yeah, years ago actually.
Once upon a time. Dinosaur age.
Not that long ago. It was a car hauler. But I haven't just have to reacquaint my bearings. I tow with my 26-foot trailer so much. I'm just so used to it.
What's an extra 10 feet?
Yeah, extra 10 feet, and I'm not sure about the tail swing. Doesn't seem too bad because the axles are pretty far back. So we're all fueled up on Ruby Tuesday, and we're ready to go. Dang, this is awesome.
We need to clean this windshield. I said it before anybody else said it.
Yeah, we got to clean the windshield, and then we've got, like I said, 1,651 miles. Did it forget we want to take the southern route? Yes.
Yeah.
We'll adjust that later. But, damn, so excited. I love towing, love diesels, love this truck, love this trailer. Trailer is like for 18 grand, brand new.
Yeah, that's pretty hanky spanky.
What do you mean?
That's nice.
Oh, I thought that would mean terrible.
Hanky spanky?
Yeah.
Depends on how you say spanky. Say it spanky? It's good.
Almost sounds like we have a flat tire, doesn't it?
No, I checked all the tires. We don't have a flat tire.
Okay. Maybe one of them's flat spotted.
I measured all of them.
All at 75 PSI.
Yeah. And I don't know how it would be flat spotted. It hasn't sat around on tires for a long time, and those tires we saw at the place were straight off out of the package.
Yeah, exactly, because it was built to literally just finished production a few hours ago. They build 40 of these a day. Not the long boys. They build a couple a day probably, but they said they're pretty popular.
I mean, yeah, there was one exiting as we were going as well. So, I mean, it was a transport one, so I don't know if it was sold yet, but it's, enough want to be at a dealership. So there is a white one at a dealership somewhere, probably in Georgia.
Yeah, probably not too far away. We've also got our exhaust brake here. which I have currently in the automatic setting, so that's letting the truck choose when to do it. But I can force it on, especially if we're towing in the mountains, then manually downshift, and we'll be good to go. We also have this thing, Smart Hitch. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, didn't play around with that. But we also have onboard scales. Oh, vehicle must be in park. Continue.
Out of park.
Okay, pretty good. It was green.
All
right, well, let's get some miles under us. We'll find a good place to fill up with fuel, and then track our DEF usage, track our fuel consumption. Really curious to see. So it's 20 mpg without a trailer, pretty much all day long. My guess is 10 mpg with the trailer.
Okay.
What do you think? You think less or more?
I mean, it's an empty trailer, so I think we're gonna get a little bit more. I would say roughly around like maybe 13 to 14.
13 to 14, okay. It's a tall one though.
It is, but I mean, I don't know how much it cares about weight versus aerodynamics. So,
all good things to balance.
all good things to learn.
All right, well, we're going through beautiful Douglas, Georgia.
Yeah, it's cute. They still got all their Memorial Day flags up.
When is Memorial Day?
It was last weekend, wasn't it?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Cool.
Cool.
Road trip.
Road trip.
Viewers, we have just reached 999 miles. Alyssa, can you show them right over here in that bottom right corner? Nice, 999.2. So what we have to do when we hit 1,000 is, of course, go wide open throttle. Now, I've progressively been just opening it up a little bit as we've gotten closer to 1,000 miles. We've also traveled 57 miles before tightening the lug nuts, but there's literally nowhere to go to stop with the trailer. I mean, you can stop.
Go hang out with the cows.
Yeah, basically. But I feel like this is the perfect place to do a quick acceleration run. Now, there is no one around, which is nice about being in the middle of Georgia. So, should we let it hit 1,000? We're at 999.8. I think we're good.
Hit 1,000.
Let it hit 1,000?
Yeah, go.
All right, we'll get up there. I was going to launch it at 999.9. All right, we're going to launch it from 0. Let's just see how well it gets off the line. There's no one around. A little exhaust brake action happening there. So, 1,000 miles exactly. We just hit it.
Nice.
So, let's do an acceleration run with the trailer. Let this thing breathe a little bit. So, full throttle. Oh, roasting the tires. Oh, man. Just can't get the traction down. Traction control still. There, just cut again. 48 mile an hour wheel spin. It's still doing traction control. Couldn't even open this thing up all the way because it just wanted to spin the tires. So we know it's got a lot of torque if it can just spin all the way to 50 miles an hour, basically. That is awesome. So next time, traction control off, burn out with the trailer. But there we go, 1,000 miles. We're out of braking. We're able to open this thing up all the way. And now we can cruise. We do have to tighten the wheels down on the trailer, so let's find the next pull off we can, basically, where we can fit this thing. Well, we found a good spot. Cut about 20 miles farther than we would have liked to pull over. But yeah, I'm gonna go torque down all the wheels in the trailer, and then we'll get right back on the road. We've got 1,010 miles on this thing now.
Wow.
Nice. All right, time to do
Working.
Yeah, 6 wheels of 8 lugs each. Well, we've got our first problem right here. One of the caps fell off and the grease is all pouring out of the hub there. So that's not good. May even require us having to go back to get a cap. Well, all right. That's not good. All part of the fun of getting a new trailer. And yep, so the cap for the axle popped off, as you guys saw. I just called up Rock Solid and I said, hey, we're coming back. We got to get to Colorado, so don't close on us. They said, no problem. So we're going to head back that way, and they might even send someone up this way with a kit, and we'll try and do a little roadside repair. Worst case, we can just bring it back to Rock Solid Cargo. It's an hour and a half the wrong way. So, man, kind of a pain, but hey, if this is the worst of our problems, we're doing just fine. So we got to flip this thing, make a Yui, and bring it on back. All right, so we unfortunately have to head back to Rock Solid Cargo in Douglas, Georgia, and it's an hour and 19 minutes away. And it says they close at 5, but hopefully someone stays open for us. So we're basically just going up, making a U-turn, and then coming back down to head that way. I asked them to send someone up towards us, so we'll see how that works. I haven't gotten a call back yet, but they're working on it. And yeah, never had this happen with an axle before. We really just want to make sure we don't overheat it, basically. There's still plenty of grease in there, but fingers crossed it all works out just fine. Well, viewers, we are almost back to where this all started. We were supposed to pick up the trailer at like 8, 9 a.m. We were there probably 9:30ish, 10. And yeah, I mean, it's a good thing we caught this early on. Look, mistakes happen. They're staying late to hopefully figure out a way to fix this. I don't know what the repair will be or the remedy will be, but we're going to figure it out. We have another issue, though, which is low fuel. So we're 5 miles away. We have 13 miles remaining. That's totally fine. So what I'm thinking is we'll drop off the trailer, let them figure out what the heck they're going to do to fix it. You know, Alyssa?
Yeah.
And then we'll go fill up with diesel.
Yeah. Sounds like a good plan.
Yep. We are pulling back into the factory. You can see on the left all the trailer manufacturing apparatus. It's way bigger than we originally thought. It goes on for a while. So I think this is the main entrance here. Let's pull it in, and then we can see what's going on here. They're just now working on the trailer, and actually one of the guys here found one of the screws that wasn't working, but I found this one right here that just looked a little dented. They're going to replace that cap, and then we'll be good to go. All right, guys, we just greased all 6 axles. I was like, I don't know, it's the after hours crew, right? And so I'm like, oh, how do you know when they're full? And he's like, well, you're supposed to check when the grease falls off the back. He's like, I just given up 5 pumps. I'm like, great, let's just get out of here. I can get the trailer serviced at my local service center in Colorado. They do a great job. D&D, love those guys. D&E, excuse me, not D&D, D&E. So now we're finally getting the heck out of here. We're supposed to leave this morning, but we are delayed, which is no big deal. A lot of worse problems that could be. This is really no big deal. And rivets fixed, axles are greased. Let's hope we make it more than 60 miles this time.
Yeah, let's hope so.
And I torqued all the wheels again, so we're good. We followed all instructions.
No more torquing needed. No more torquing.
Yeah, maybe in halfway through we'll check them or something.
Right.
But they should be good. They've all seated in properly. The next thing we need to do is just get fuel, Alyssa, because we burned a lot of fuel on that round trip, and we are down to 5 miles to empty. Got to ride that charging curve.
Yeah.
So time to back this thing up. Honestly, for the first time backing it up. So let's see how that goes.
Reverse, Terry.
Yep, and time to go get some fuel. Gas stations. So I heard the Marathon right down the road has diesel. I had to download the Gas Buddy app. It's like PlugShare, but for diesel and
They
gas.
sponsored us before. I
What?
think Gas Buddy, or now it's like this other company where you get like money back or something.
I remember that.
Yeah.
We should download that app.
Yeah.
But I don't remember the name of it. Maybe they can sponsor us again. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, that was quite a bit of time. 2 years, I think.
No, more than that.
Anyways.
Yeah, it must have been 45 years ago. It was a long
Now
time
we
ago.
gonna get some diesel.
Yeah, 1.2 miles from the fueling station, and we're 5 miles left. I wonder if our gauges have come back, because that was bricked. Let's see. Diesel. Nope. Bricked on the measurements. So that is a software update. I think it's already fixed. When we hook the truck up to Wi-Fi at home, I think it'll download.
Oh, it just didn't get updated before.
I asked them to update it, but you know how dealers are.
They don't know jack squat.
That's unfortunately kind of the truth.
Yeah.
So we've got the trailer dialed now. We should be good to go.
Fill her up.
Gonna go fill her up, and then we'll, I don't know, I hope we can make it to the Atlanta area tonight. We should be able to, easily.
Yeah. Yeah, we're still on Colorado time, so we got an extra 2 hours anyways. Yeah. It's only 4:30.
So we can get some distance on today.
Mm-hmm. Current situation here. People can find another way.
And with just 2 miles to empty, we are fueling up. Man, diesel range anxiety. Where we were going, there were no diesel stations. If we had kept going, it would have been great. But because we had to kind of turn around right at the edge of no man's land, we had just enough range. Maybe we got to get the big range fuel tank in this thing. Thankfully, it's an easy upgrade. But yes, that was on me for just leaving here with low fuel. So far, this is my only second fill up with the whole truck. And we have, what, almost 1,100 miles on it now, something like that. So second charge, if you will. Let's see how much this one costs. All right, right when Alyssa was done getting snacks, it's got a $100 limit on this pump, so we can't go over that. So there we go. 28 gallons. That'll get us plenty down the road to like a Buc-ee's or a big truck stop that can handle. It's not, I promise it's not yellow. It is diesel. That'll get us plenty to get to a bigger fueling station with better prices on fuel anyway. So let's roll. All right, we are going back the southern route, which means we're going to go through Memphis rather than going through, the northern route up and over. So where the heck are we? Let's see, it's choosing the 9-hour 14 route to go up and across. I think that sounds good. We avoid Atlanta that way.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do it. We'll bang a left out of here, and might be a lot of back roads to get on over that way, but it should be worth it.
Yeah, and I got the best snacks ever. This is the best white cheddar popcorn. Hands down, my favorite. And some waters. And some jerky.
So it's gonna be impossible to turn left out of here.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna have to go this way.
Okay.
Well, we have reached the point where we merge onto a highway as we make our way over to Birmingham, which will probably be where we will spend the night, somewhere in that area. Have to say the trailer's towing way better than it did earlier, Alyssa.
Yeah, I agree.
It was super swayy and just wasn't feeling great. Maybe it just took a second to get broken in. Maybe it took me a second to get used to it, but could also be the roads we were towing on, because we were actually going a different direction than initially. And man, it just feels so good. It's not perfect. It's long. The wind, because it's empty, is blowing it around. But this is now our first time merging onto the highway. So let me show you some of that 6.7 liter high output action. Foot down. Holds fourth gear. Rips. Fifth. Sixth. Seventh. Just cracking off the shifts. Now, Alyssa, we checked the speed rating on these tires, right?
Yes, 75.
75. We could have the 80 mile per hour option, or 81 was the second one, but we heard 75. So we're up here at our max speed of 75. I've just set the adaptive cruise control. And, oh, yeah, you can feel it swaying.
Yeah, it does not like that.
It doesn't love anything more than like 65. But we're going to, it's also pretty windy out, but it's also windy whenever we're out. It's earth. So hopefully the wind will help. We also have that, what the heck, the way safe, what is the name? Why is it blanking on me?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's like their sway control, but also their weight distribution hitch. That's what I was trying to say. We have that coming, so that'll be nice. But for now, we're just going to settle in. We've got a wide road, so we can let this thing sway in some big skids. Hopefully nothing too major. And we're just going to cruise.
Short bit on the highway.
That was like 2 miles of highway, wasn't it?
Not even.
Anyway, felt good at 70.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
70 was fine. 75 maybe a bit much. But once it's settled in at 70, that's a reasonable speed to travel. 70's all right.
You're good.
I think once we put some weight in this thing all the time.
Yeah.
Well, this will be my first time using the big boy diesel pump. Looking forward to this. And we're just at the BP station. Let's fuel this thing up with the mega supercharger, the fast flow. We're down to about a quarter tank, nothing crazy, but wanted to clean the windshield, take a little break anyway. A lot of that was back road driving, really narrow lanes. And this is not so stable, this setup at the moment. Needs the weight distribution hitch and the sway stuff, and then we'll be good. But let's fill it up. We've got the high output pump ripping right now. Look at this thing. Think about how many miles we're adding per second. That's amazing. Absolutely sending in the juice, quite literally. So yeah, I kind of already feel like we need the extended range fuel tank on this thing. And yes, you got to wear gloves because these things get real nasty. And then your truck will smell like diesel. I know because my Sprinter, sometimes I wouldn't wear gloves filling up. And man, that you couldn't get the smell out of the car or off your hands. And I hate it. So don't mind it coming out the exhaust. Honestly, I kind of don't mind the smell of diesel in the morning, but I don't want it all over my new truck. So yeah, the plan is drive for another hour or two, get some food somewhere along the way. And then tomorrow's going to be the big travel day. Today, it's okay. Getting a new unit, had to get it dialed in. Wasn't totally perfect, but we're hoping for a better day tomorrow. So looks like we just reached our click off point. Sometimes it's hard for the big boys to stop in time, but looks like this did a good enough job. 21 gallons, easy. We're not even close to being dead. Let me wash the windshield and then we can roll. We were rolling by a Taco Bell and definitely have to stop and get a quick little snack. So parking over here at the Circle K, hopefully they don't mind. We're walking over to the Taco Bell. You really got to think about where you can fit this thing when you pull into parking lots, because this is a big Bertha. Oh, this is soaking wet. The Taco Bell drive-thru is also the weirdest place I've ever seen a mailbox put in my life. That's weird, isn't it?
Grab by tacos and mailbox.
Yeah, I guess 2 for 1. Man, there's the rig. So sick. It's really hard to gauge how long it is while driving, especially at night. I've got to get used to this thing because that is going to take a minute for me to get used to driving something that big, that's for sure. Well, just had a little quick Taco Bell situation. Not bad.
Not great, but not bad.
Not bad. We've got 2 hours to go. That'll get us to our hotel just ahead of midnight Central Time, which is 1 a.m. East Coast time. But I think we're more on Central or Mountain Time than anything.
Yeah.
So we should be good. So let's rock and roll. We've got 100 miles to go. In a drive. Lights on.
Action.
And action. Man, it is midnight and I'm ready to go to bed. So we're gonna park this thing in this big lot, which will probably be full in the morning, full of office workers, and they'll be mad that I parked here, but I have no other option. So this is where she'll stay. Good morning. We've got a Tesla wall connector. We are ready to go walk that way to get to the truck in Birmingham, Alabama. Nice weather today. Feels good out. Here it is. Looks like we didn't really block much of the parking lot, which is great. And yeah, all looks well. No tickets, nothing. Man, maybe I should worry less about parking this big rig. So automatically unlocks. That pops out as we walk up. Very nice. Truck's looking good. Got a little something over here. And nice. Ready to rock and roll. We've got to do a little pre-flight check on everything. Make sure our connections are good. Where's our breakaway cable at? Oh, good. All right. We are hooked up. Just was hiding. Trailer's looking good. Tires looking good. No more exploding caps. All the axles are looking good. How are we looking back here? Nice. Looks great. Over here, yep. Axles are looking all right, I guess. This one's looking a little nasty, but it's all good. Just some dirt from driving. No major problems there. Truck looks sick. It's looking dirty though. Needs a wash for sure. You can already see just how layered up and crap this thing is. So the plan today is to continue the drive home, of course. Oh, by the way, we have our first warning. Would you mind just pulling that over? Thanks. We have our first warning on the truck, which is this DEF level is getting low. So it says only 450 miles and we're just below half a tank. When I picked up this truck, it said we had 8,000 miles of DEF. So it must be the heavier load of towing the trailer is really chewing through so much more DEF.
I mean, what do we remember with our Sprinter van?
Well, we always used
loaded?
Quite a bit because we were always full throttle. Yeah. So anyway, that's fine. It's just yelling at us, and we have, we've got the light on the dash on that right side, but we've got just under half a tank of DEF. Yeah, so anyway, we'll fill that up at some point. We got to find a fresh bottle. Can't let DEF sit around for too long or let it sit in the sun because it starts to degrade. Yeah, it's very sensitive.
Why don't you just go to where all the truckers go and there's the big DEF stations?
Yeah, if you go to like Buc-ee's or some of those others, they have the DEF fill at the pumps. Yeah, you just hope they treated that properly, the care of it. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Well, we do need windshield wiper fluid, I guess, so maybe we gotta get both.
Yeah, exactly. Well, last night, maybe I just took a second to actually hit the windshield wiper fluid to get up to the wipers, because it is working now. But it was not working for the first few pumps yesterday, but I had never used it before. So new truck problems, I guess. Just had to get it up to the nozzle.
Yeah, I guess.
So the plan, Alyssa, to get back to the hub is... well, let's just type in search 11 Northwest Frontage Drive. It's only 19 hours 52 minutes. We're gonna go the southern route here just because it's gonna be a little bit less populated and a little bit less traffic situation-y is what we're thinking, and quicker. So that works out well from where we are. So it says we'd get home at 4:35 a.m. So my guess is we're gonna stop somewhere on this stretch tonight in that Kansas area. We'll probably make it to Kansas.
Make it to Kansas is the goal today. I mean, totally possible.
And then we'll be home tomorrow. Easy.
Easy peasy.
All right. Should we hit the road?
Let's go.
Into drive. Release the parking brake. And check the trailer brakes as always. Those are working great. And this is going to be a tight turn to get out of here, Alyssa.
Oh, yeah, it is.
So we're going to go as wide as possible. Should be no problem, though.
Yeah, we got in, so we can get out.
Yeah, exactly. So let's squeeze our way out of here. We got in because I kind of went on the grass a bit.
Oh.
Yeah.
Don't,
Allegedly.
don't go curbing.
Yeah, we're just going to have to go super wide and crank. Oh, we are so good. Still getting used to the trailer. If you look over here on this side, that's where you'll see the trailer coming around.
Oh, was that hump?
What was that?
We had a little hump.
Yeah, it's just a pothole.
Okay. Great.
No big deal.
No curbs.
No curbs. So maybe we can find a little Starbucks action this morning.
Maybe. We were talking about that this morning, about how that is one of the downsides of towing with this thing is, you know, being able to go into restaurants and stuff, because it's kind of hard to find a place that's got enough parking spaces for us to take up.
I mean, you really got to treat it like you're driving a semi, or at least a small semi, where you check parking lots on Google Street View first, or like Google Satellite View, to see if you can get around, because it is. I mean, we're over 60 feet.
Yeah.
It's no joke. It's definitely different than towing our other trailer, and I'm not used to towing something this big. I like it. The challenge is fun, but you just got to really start thinking about the size.
Well, there's a Cracker Barrel. We can go there for breakfast.
We could, but we got to get moving.
Right, we found the Holy Grail,
Oh yeah.
and we found how we're gonna park, which is just right on the side of the road.
Yeah, good big shoulder, sort of on the back access road anyway.
And I believe there's something else just right in walking distance that I might go attend to. That starts with a B, ends with an Angles.
Oh, there's the Bojangles over there?
Yeah.
How do you see that?
Oh, it was on the map.
Oh, okay. So I don't see it at all. Yeah, we could do a little just food stop. We've been on the road for about an hour, and it's been windy.
It's been really windy. I think we really need weight in that trailer to help.
Yeah, it's fine at 65.
Yeah.
You just can't go faster than 65 in the wind.
Which, that's pretty much all we're going to be getting from here on out is wind.
Yeah. So it's going to be an interesting ride. Yeah. You're just like all over the place. I'm like, oh my gosh. It's
Feel like
really
we're floating.
unstable. It almost makes me want to trade this thing in for a gooseneck right away. And a dually. We'd be overweight, but like that would be safer. I don't understand how having more capability means you need to go and get a special license, but I'm fine to drive this.
It doesn't make the math don't math.
Yeah, because this definitely is not the best setup. We need to do some work, or if we can't get it dialed in with a weight distribution hitch, then we can't run this setup.
What's the return policy on this trailer?
The return policy is Facebook Marketplace.
Lord. Okay. Well, let's go get some food and some coffee.
Just picked up a little bit of Starbucks right here, and check that thing out. That is a good looking unit, no doubt. That is sick. And let's just hope the wind dies down a little bit. We can maintain speed and safety, and I cannot wait to get the weight distribution hitch with the sway control on there ASAP.
All right, bag secured. And yeah, that guy was, I mean, we could have made it through here no problem, it seems like. But time to make the little trek back to the car. I'm sure Kyle is waiting for me. Yep, there goes the guy right now. Yeah, he was pulling that through the drive-through. Might be a little shorter, I don't know. But off I go back with Bojangles in hand. It's always a good day when it's a bow day. Trucks go this way. We're in a different section now these days.
Yeah, guess we gotta go where the trucks go. So we're heading to Love's. We're gonna eat some lunch and then top up, make sure we're good to roll.
And then pile some miles.
Yeah, and get some miles on.
We love Loves.
Well, we got to park where the semi trucks park with this thing, and Yeah, went back maybe even a bit too far, actually. This is longer than you would expect. So this is like a normal semi-truck. You can see his wheels are touching, and he's up to the front. We're a little bit over in the rear, and we're almost to the front. This is a unit. This is the first time I'm really getting it to scale. And yeah, we are pretty much not at semi-truck length. You can see they're a bit more over, but we're not far off. We are... Damn, this thing's huge. So anyway, we're gonna, eat some lunch here. Then we're gonna go fill up with diesel. I gotta get some diesel exhaust fluid because it keeps yelling at me even though we're at half a tank. We'll just top it up, may as well. And then miles. Put the hammer down and just cruise for the rest of the day. We are filling diesel, and then we're gonna be filling DEF with this tank here, so we'll be double topped up. Then we'll be good to go. All right, so we only needed 16 gallons of diesel, and now we're going to do DEF. You guys let me know in the comments, is this DEF safe to use, do you think? You really don't want to spill it. So we'll hit diesel exhaust fluid. Let me know if you think this is safe to use or if I should use the bottle stuff. I can't imagine it's going to take too much, but let's see how this goes. It's kind of spilling out there. Don't want it doing that. Man, I'm surprised it's got that big of a tank. Again, we were just under half. There we go, right there. Don't spill out all over my truck. Oh no, 4 gallons. So good thing it's raining, because what I don't want to do is have this sit. It's very corrosive. So we're gonna have to wash that out. Okay, so that's a downside. The heck is going on here? DEF fill here. There we go. Locked. Okay, we need to spray that off. Maybe I'll take some windshield wiper fluid and just kind of at least try and spray the side of the truck. All right, well, there we go. It took 4 gallons. So it's got like a 9-gallon, 10-gallon DEF tank. That's wild. All right, clean the windshield, get everything ready. There's a couple stalls open, so we're not holding anyone up. Then we'll be ready to roll. There we go. Then we've got full DEF, full diesel. Ready to rock and roll. The gauges are still bricked on this, so I keep it on transmission temp, because when I come over here to, the main menu and I go my view when I want to pull up my gauges, it doesn't show anything. So I have to keep changing this gauge to see what I want to see DEF level wise. But at least we're fully topped up on all fluids. Alyssa's running in, just going to the restroom real quick, and then we are good to roll.
I'll fill it up and eating.
Yep.
And I thought I got baby wipes, but I got adult cleansing wipes.
I didn't realize you were filming. That's just how you were talking.
You said always be filming. Here I am.
Yeah. Full of DEF, full of fuel, full of food.
Full of coffee.
Yeah, we're about to be. Time to go do some distance. Oh, we got a little livestock transfer going on here, it looks like.
Livestock transfer?
Yeah.
Where?
Yeah, just on the other side of this truck right here.
Oh.
Something going on here.
They're butt to butt.
Yep, exactly.
Those are watermelons again.
Watermelon transfer. All right. I see.
Love the watermelons here.
So we're going to squeeze our way out of here and then jump back on the highway.
Easy does it.
Well, we are about just under 300 miles since our last fuel stop, and we have 37 miles remaining, Alyssa.
Wow.
So not amazing range, about 300 miles on a tank.
Mm-hmm.
It gets just under 11 miles per gallon.
Okay.
And it's just pretty consistent. It just does that everywhere. So it's getting real windy out as well. So we're getting blown around, but it's all good. Actually, maybe I'm just getting more comfortable with it, but I just feel like things are going a little bit better. Ripped it through Memphis traffic. That was tight. It's not that bad of a load. It's really not. Just need a little sway control. Maybe some weight in there will help. So with all that said, the truck's running great. Honestly, it's running like 9th, 10th gear most of the time. It's pulling us along at like 1500 RPM. Like it's just, I don't want to lug the engine too much, but it's not even under that much load. It's just like this thing can just sit down just over tick over and pull us along, which is amazing. Of course, when I go for a pass or go uphill, kick down 1 or 2 gears. When we were going through the real hilly stuff, I just locked 10th gear out and ran it in 9th maximum, and then it would go down to 8 or 7 if it needed. I don't actually think it ever needed 7th gear to climb a hill. It was just 8th or 9th. So yeah, we are gonna go get some lunch at the moment here at the Loves, and then we'll go fuel this thing up, and then we'll go. One interesting thing, I've been tracking our DEF usage.
It's dinner time.
Oh, dinner time? Okay. But I've been tracking our DEF usage, which it won't show us because we have a seatbelt warning that we can't clear. 1 full tank towing is 1/4 tank of DEF, which seems really high usage.
Maybe, yeah.
So basically every 3rd fill up, we have to fill up with diesel exhaust fluid. Seems like a lot of consumption. Maybe that's normal, maybe it's not for anyone with a Super Duty out there. Let me know. It could also be because we're towing at low RPM and creating a lot of soot, which is possible, and it's got to throw a lot of DEF in there. So maybe we need to keep the revs up a little bit higher, so it's not under lugging load down there. But we're open to playing around with it and learning. I just don't know. I've never had a diesel that has so many gear ratios to choose from. The Sprinter was just always up there at high RPM. So, all right, let's go get some food. Well, you guys join us about 25 minutes later or so. We are at another fueling station where I'm honestly not sure how the heck I'm going to get this thing around in here. Probably have to back it out on the road. Didn't think about that. This thing's huge. The Loves was just full of people and stuff, so we had to come over here just to the other side of the highway and fuel up with diesel. But we got food, we got snacks, we're ready to rock and roll for another 300 miles or so today. I'm sure we'll be able to get that distance in. And yeah, this thing is massive. You don't really realize how big it is until you get it into a parking lot and you're like, holy smokes, this is actually pretty difficult to maneuver. I may have spec'd too big of a trailer. Oh man, yeah, you can see that depth that spilled in here crystallized. At least the water on the outside washed it off the outside of the truck, which is good. So we're 8 gallons in. Let's figure out how we're gonna back out of here, get on the road, put some miles on. And another 30 gallons in, we're ready to rock and roll. Honestly, not that expensive, $3.29 a gallon for getting this giant thing down the road. I'm not too displeased with the economy or cost of moving this around. This is all right.
All right, getting Big Bertha out of here is quite the trek. I don't really know what approach he's taking here at all. I have no clue what he's doing. Not a clue. What are you doing? He's got a plan. I don't know what it is, but he's got a plan. Which way are we going? He wants me to show from both directions too, but I can't see that other side. I don't know what we're doing here, but here we go. Why would you go out that way? The highway's that way. So why did you come out this way?
Well, I wouldn't be able to do it any other way with the room that we had, to be honest.
Okay, well don't go into that muddy field there.
Yeah, I know, but I'm gonna have to probably put the trailer in there to flip around.
Why don't we just go further up, see what's up there?
I mean, we can. Okay. Viewers, I have amazing news, which is it must have been windy the whole time we've been driving, because we're doing 75 now and we're pulling straight as an arrow. Alyssa, all the sway has stopped completely.
Finally.
Holy
or you got more confident. I don't know. But
no, it's definitely not that, because look, I'm not even having to correct the wheel.
But that was like, windy map said only 8 knots of wind, which that's like nothing.
Yeah, so it's just so big. It must be that little wind really affects the trailer. But right now, whatever the conditions are, we are hammering, and it feels great. And we've bumped the speed up to 75, which is the max speed rating of our tires. We think.
Yeah, no, it should be.
It's either 75 or 81. You checked at 75?
It's 75.
All right, so this is as fast as we can go for the speed rating of the tires on the trailer. And we're cruising. This is great. We can just do this all day long. Just hit 2,000 miles on the truck, and we are stopping in, trying to think of the name of the city, Tulsa, Oklahoma tonight. And so we're only about 45 minutes away. So I figured we'd fill up on the way in. Found this nice Love's, which is right in the middle of the highway. So love these situations. And we're down to just less than a quarter of a tank. So I figured, yep, let's just juice her up. And yep, top up and head out. All right. 26 gallons later and a clean windshield, ready to rock and roll. We have arrived to the Marriott in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I've got the truck parked over here at the moment, blocking a bunch of parking spaces, but they said there's a pretty good spot where we can park the trailer down on that end of the building in the west parking lot they mentioned. So we're going to try and squeeze ourselves out of this little parking lot over here. Should be totally doable. And then we're going to go find a place to park it. I guess there's a semi truck and some buses back there and stuff, so that's perfect. We'll find a little spot back there and that'll be great. Well, I would say they got plenty of parking out here, Alyssa.
I know. That's why I chose it.
Amazing. They got a huge lot, and the police convention's in town, so should be pretty safe to park back here as well. We'll keep our fingers crossed. Look at this race trailer right here. That's a unit.
That's a race trailer?
No, I think it's used.
Just semi.
Don't know. But we're just going to park right here. And man, that's a nice unit, whatever it is. Sick trailer. Just park it right here. How's this feel? Perfect. And good morning from Tulsa, Oklahoma. We got the truck remote started, ripping. And just slide it in the app. It works pretty well. Started it like, walking out of the hotel. So it's got a couple minutes of warm up and then we can roll. Don't want to let it idle too long. We've got the trailer all good to go. Just did some pre-flight checks. Made sure the connections are good. No one messed with it overnight. We're all ready to rock and roll. And we are finishing up the drive today. We've got about 800 miles to go, 700 something miles to go. And then we will be home. Yep. So let's rock and roll. We've got some distance to cover. We're fueled up from last night, which is great. I've already got my coffee this morning, so we can get in and roll. about 1.1 miles away from the Love's fueling station, Alyssa, and our fuel economy has to be terrible on this leg. We've had a major headwind. Our MPG average over the whole trip has dropped 0.3. We're down to 10.6 average, and we basically burned through a whole tank in 250 miles. We need to get an extended range fuel tank on this thing ASAP. Yeah. The other thing is we're out of DEF again.
Oh.
So we need diesel exhaust fluid at the Loves. Now, I heard mixed things on we should use the pump DEF ones or not, and Colton says don't use them. I think we're going to use them because we need DEF, and it's like, you know, you buy those little gallon ones or couple gallon ones, and it's like, well, this needs like 4 or 5 gallons worth of DEF.
Well, it's not like all these truckers are going and buying little gallon things of DEF every time they need it.
Yeah, it might be a little risky, but I think it'll be okay. This is the Loves right here, so everyone can see. And we've got to
Loves
go.
is getting loved.
Yeah, we've got to go into the truck entrance side. We're going to fill this thing up. We're going to pee. We're going to do everything. We're at basically less than 1/8 of a tank, maybe 1/10 of a tank. And we are pulling in, and we are basically just drove straight through. Really nice ride. Now that the wind is picking up again, the trailer's swaying a bit more, and but that's okay. I mean, we've really figured out the right speed range and the right use case for this. It's really now that I've totally gotten comfortable with this setup, it's really no issue at all. I do like it. Once we get the sway trailer on there, the weight distributing hitch, it'll really help a ton. So with the commercial lanes at Love's, they don't really let you use a card without having like a truck card. So I think we'll have to go inside, and here, if you show everyone right this way, Alyssa, this is how we roll up to one that's open. We'll have to go inside and prepay, and then they just put back whatever's on the card that you didn't use. So we've got diesel exhaust fluid and diesel fuel. We're going to use both. So I'm going to run in, prepay. I'll let it idle down while I run in and prepay, because we are a little bit up on the oil temp just from sitting in boost with that headwind the whole time. So we'll go do that, and then clean the windshield, fill up, pee, and we're ready to rock and roll. All right, all good. Put $120 on the system. Grab the gloves because these things get nasty. We'll shut the truck off. Let's get it pumping. All right, we are all full of everything. Took almost 4 gallons of DEF, just over 30 gallons of diesel, and should be good. Let's take a look at the stats. What's it showing? 330 miles of range predicted. Huh, weird. I'm hitting the spray button, but we're not getting any windshield spray. It was doing this to us the other day. Anyway, windshield's nice and clean. Let's go park this thing so we're not blocking a fuel pump. I think Alyssa's inside ordering food, doing a little midday lunch break, and then get back on the road, doing, almost home. We're not too far away. Maybe one more fuel stop, and then we're good to roll. All right, we just finished up. Good lunch over here at the Loves. Remote started this thing so we don't get into a super hot truck, which worked pretty well. All right, we're on, we're fueled, we're ready to roll.
Yes, ready to get home to 2 of 3 of the dogs. Some of the dogs.
All right, got to go through the warnings, and we're ready to rock and roll. So 500 miles, one more fuel up.
One more stop.
We have arrived to the Iona station in Goodland, Kansas at the last fueling stop of the trip.
Yay.
244 miles to get home. Yeah, we do got to gain some elevation, but we should be able to make that on a tank. If we can't make that on a tank, we're upgrading the tank.
I think you've already decided you're upgrading the tank.
That's so nice. It's easier to upgrade a tank for like $1,000, $1,500 versus putting a whole big battery in a car.
I mean, yeah, it's a lot less weight too.
Yeah, well, maybe, yeah. What True. Either way, full or empty, it's a lot less weight. Yes. So yeah, we'll juice it up here, clean up the windshield, and that's it for the trip. Maybe we'll run in and get some snacks here in a minute too. And we're done. This is it. All right, put in, what did we do? 29.5 gallons, $98. We've got 307 miles predicted. That's been going down because we've been climbing, and yeah, the wind died down, so we're able to run about 70, 75 or so, which is great. Let's go park this thing up, get some food, and hit the road again. That'll be that. All right, got yourself some snackies?
Snacks.
Nice. Me too. Diet starts back up tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I feel like we've been eating really bad on this road trip.
Not good. I feel worse.
I think it's just, we're just so bored.
Yeah, we don't have to think about charging.
No.
I hate it. Truck's just over here. So, ready to jump in that thing and finish off this drive?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. We are pretty much back to the hub. We have driven for 33 hours and 49 minutes, so basically 34 hours of drive time. 1,852 miles, add 2 more to get there, so 1,854 miles. And we've averaged 10.3 miles to the gallon. Now, all of these stats are with the trailer. Without the trailer, when the truck was still in break-in period, I averaged 21 miles to the gallon, between 20 and 21 miles per gallon. So we're pretty much exactly half our MPG with the trailer on empty. I don't know if the weight would make that much of a difference. It's really all aero, although pulling uphill, the weight will really affect us. And the truck has a total of 2,795 miles on it. So basically we are still just under 3,000 miles towing out here. So that's all the stats. Let's talk about how it went. First of all, it was a little rocky taking delivery of the trailer and the start of the road trip, yes, but honestly, we have not had any issues with the setup since we left. The only negative, the only downside of towing with this setup is when it's empty, this thing is so long and so huge, it's such a wind sail that any bit of wind just really starts flying you around, and you really got to work the wheel to keep it straight. Now, it doesn't actually seem to be that big of a deal if you travel at around 65 miles an hour or under, but you really can't go above 65 when it's windy. When it's clear out, like it was for the last, since we left for fuel, Alyssa, right? Mm-hmm. You can hammer down 75 miles an hour, which is the most you can go for what these tires are rated for. You can hammer down 75 miles an hour and it feels great. It's no issue as long as there's no wind. It tracks straight. You hit bumps. It doesn't do anything weird. It's super nice. Really enjoy that. So I'm really curious to do an update video to see how it tows with weight in there and how it tows with the WaySafe weight distribution hitch. Really, really curious to see how that does. We're also going to hook up this trailer with the blind spot tech and camera and tire pressure sensors, all of which we need. This thing is so long, I can't see what's behind us, especially backing up in parking lots. I can't wait to get the reversing camera on this trailer so I know what the heck is back there, especially if I'm by myself. It was really nice to have Alyssa along as a second set of eyes. So thank you for flying out and joining for this drive, Alyssa. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
And as far as the truck goes, the truck's amazing. Other than the one glitch where it doesn't show gauges in tow mode, which is weird, and the high def usage, which seems to have improved on the last couple tanks, actually. I'm really impressed with the truck. The truck's amazing. I'm so glad I got this truck. I'm not completely sold on the trailer yet. I think we may have to learn to see how we use it, how we enjoy it. But for now, that's our road trip. more updates to come. Love the truck. I'll learn to love the trailer maybe, or we got to get a gooseneck. But we made it 1,800 miles or so back to Colorado. How's it feel, Alyssa?
It feels good. It was honestly, I mean, it's just so boring doing these trips. And I think we both really learned that with the amount of, like, I don't know, snacking. We were just bored and wanted to do something. And
yeah, we're not getting out every 100 miles and stretching our legs, which is like nice, but also not so nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a catch-22, but I think we both have agreed we enjoy EV road tripping more than road tripping like this, but of course not with the towing scenarios. That's just ridiculous.
Yeah, there's no way. Like, if I tow with this trailer with my Rivian, which I will, it's gonna be impossible to charge it with the trailer connected.
Right? No,
that's
not happening.
So, yeah, I think we need to get a big fuel tank on this truck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the 300 miles, 280 to 300 miles, that's not cutting it.
Right, no.
Yeah, we really need 500 miles with the trailer at speed.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, just 3-minute fuel ups and blast. That's why we got this thing. So I know we can get there. We'll do it. And I still prefer to tow electric, although I gotta say the 1,200 pound-feet of torque of this high output 6.7 is amazing. This thing rips. So now I gotta go find a place to park all this. I thank you guys for watching. And Alyssa, any final words?
Nope, we'll see you on another one soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.